Hello, everybody. How's it going? Good evening. My glasses are disgusting because Maple licked my face. How are you? Hopefully you're well. We're still on the train of trying to plow through the waffles here real quick. So I'm not going to belabor too many points, but hello, everybody. Yesterday was a good day. I painted my model some more. What? Oh, Izandai has set up a command in Nightbot. That's dope. It automatically sets the stream category. It's default. Oh. Well, I had been automating it. I had been using a built-in command. But like I had been using the direct Twitch API to do it through my Stream Deck. But now it turns out that it can be done through Nightbot, so I don't actually have to do it through the API. So that means I can potentially fix something. So give me a moment. We're going to change this. Dude. Set icon, just chatting. And then chat message. Okay, let's see if this works. Hot damn! All right, we've regained the functionality. Oh, but apparently there's a cooldown on it. So the next question is there a raid? What if I go... Oh god, I can hear my own typing. Oh god, no. I can hear my... That doesn't work. Okay, good. As long as I know, but at least I have this functionality back. Alrighty, so happy Tuesday. Did something happen? We just discovered that we can that I can use my Stream Deck to set the category again, which is nice. We had to do it a slightly different way than we were doing it before, but we have figured out how to do it. So that's great. Alrighty. What do we got to talk about? I mentioned that I painted my model. I didn't do much else yesterday. I slept. I had a nap. At the time when I would normally have been going live to stream on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, yesterday, Monday, I had a nap. And it was delightful. And then I got up and I painted my model. And it turned out great. I can't wait to put it together. It looks awesome. I learned so many things. I can't wait to show it to you. Lysander, it is exactly this model here. It is exactly this model here. But it's a different one. It is not this one. It is a different one. But I have been using the entry grade RX 78 II. to learn painting on. So I have another entry grade RX-78 too, which I'm practicing pre-shading on. Twitch TV's Frank, yes, I'm aware I can use /raid channel name to start a raid. That's fine. The problem is I can't do that from my Stream Deck anymore. I had a command in my Stream Deck that would automatically do it so that I didn't have to type it out, and that command no longer works because the Twitch API changed. And so what I was hoping is that there's a command through Nightbot that would allow me to initiate a raid through a chat command that is sort of like wibbly-wobbled from my Stream Deck into Nightbot, or into chat, into Nightbot, back into chat. But no, that doesn't work. Stream Deck, in fact, can type in chat. It just doesn't work for commands anymore. But that, for instance... Oh, no, that is also going through Nightbot. You're right. Anyhow, the Stream Deck can post chat messages. Here we go. Hello, this is a chat message from my Stream Deck. Now, if I press this, bink, there you go. See? I posted that from my Stream Deck, but unfortunately, it won't allow me to initiate commands. I can't do a / command. But yeah, so it can trigger Nightbot commands. It cannot trigger Twitch commands anymore. Could Nightbot post the /raid and have Twitch follow the command? No, that is specifically what is broken. I have a whole page of buttons on my Stream Deck that are specifically, all it does is post /raid and the name of the person that I want to raid into chat. But the API no longer allows that to work. I don't know why. It just changed about a month ago. It used to work, but it doesn't anymore. Alrighty. Omnilord, thank you very much for the resub. Now for 10 months. It's coming up on a year. Can I have the Stream Deck press the virtual enter key partway through typing out a message into chat? I have no idea. Anyhow, we don't need to workshop this right now. We got things to do. Really, what needs to happen is Twitch needs to unbreak their API. That's the actual solution here. Okay, Maple is out in the yard. I don't have anything else to talk about tonight. What's the solution that might actually happen? I just have to type in my raids. I assume they removed this functionality from the API for like a security reason. I don't know what that security reason is, but I assume that's why they did it. Anyhow, I owe you a joke, and then we're going to play a video game. So let's do those things. When shopping for hot dogs, what kind are really hard to find? The kind that also have a great personality. For what wartime ship do sheep make the best crew? No, not a battleship. A U-boat. I thought that was a good one. You're all like I can't think of the word. You're all no selling me, but I thought that joke was pretty good. A U-boat, E-W-E, a U. U-boat. Your reactions are the real joke. The thing is, it wasn't intended to be a swerve. I just didn't even think of battleship because I modified the joke a little bit. Because the joke as written was what kind of boats do sheep really enjoy sailing on? And it was a U-boat. And I thought that the setup didn't make a ton of sense in that context. Nobody enjoys sailing on a U-boat. Anyhow, you all goat the joke, so... All right, we'll have to move on. Surely you're done no selling my puns. I already made a wool pun. Damn, I am pretty. You can't repun the same word. That's not how a pun off works. All right, we're moving on. We're going to play a video game. But first, I have traditions to do. So, here is my phone. I owe another joke? Really? How can I owe another joke? Good grief. Here we go. My mom always said that the way to a person's heart was through their stomach. She was a terrible cardiologist. That was a good one. Also, guess who's back? It's the Maple Stream. All right. Here is my phone. Here is my phone cable. Everyone, please brace your ear holes. All right. Garçon, can I have a drum roll, please? That is a delicious and nutritious Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Taste the rainbow. It's still neither of those things. I contest that. Coke Zero is delicious. Was she good? Aw.
We shared the elevator with the dog on the way back up.
You shared the elevator with a dog on the way back up?
And, like, I mean, I did have to, like, and hold her, but, like, she took a big old dump.
That's good. Good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It was very good. She was very good.
Good.
She's great.
I'm glad she had a good time.
She's
I'm glad
perfect.
you had a good time.
I don't want to leave. I
Well,
want to stay her wife forever.
well, too bad. Get out. You've got drinks to go enjoy.
Yep. Drink. I have drink to go enjoy.
All right. We're done here. Let's move on. Let's play a video game. Okay, where the hell am I going? I should actually find out what my priority op is at the moment. Hunting the Archon. Speak to Gil in Tempest Engineering. Anything left on Kadara? Oh, yeah. All right, we should go into town then. Samlock, I can say with confidence they are still updating Fallout 76.
All right. What now?
Perhaps Reyes has another job for you.
Why would I want another job from Reyes? We had first job from Reyes.
Over here, Pathfinder.
Cadus, there we go.
You've handled your fair share of Ket. Hard to get far in Andromeda without running into them.
Yes, and?
When Sloane took over, she slaughtered the Ket who were here. There were mass executions, public. So people would know that Kadara was Ket-free. But there have been rumors of stragglers in the Badlands. If the tales are true, they need to go.
Uh-huh. Heard any Ket-related rumors?
What exactly are the rumors about the Ket?
Ambushes, people disappearing, vehicles sabotaged, picked clean for parts. Could be feral local wildlife, sinkholes, Angara bullshit. But there's enough people saying Ket.
How were the Ket here
You
killed?
said Sloane killed the Ket here. What happened?
The Ket had the port locked down when we arrived. They were shipping Angara off for who knows what. People were scared, but the place had potential. So we fought the Ket for it, and we won. You saw the decorations outside. That's Sloane making sure everyone knows she's the new power.
I'll consider it.
I'll think about checking out the Badlands.
Excellent.
Okay, that's one. Modern medicine. Oh, dang it!
When the initiative failed us.
Yeah, Zoom is right. We are running from quest chain to quest chain here tonight. Doctor. Samwalk, according to a guide I looked up, we are about 50% of the way through. Hey, nerd.
Be alive.
Good news, Doctor. Got your formula.
You have no idea what this means to me.
Dr. Ferenth tried to stop me.
One of your old co-workers, Dr. Ferenth, claims she helped you create Oblivion, but it was always meant to be a drug.
That's a lie. Arena's not even a doctor.
Figured as much. You've only shown yourself to be a decent man.
Thank you, Pathfinder. I won't forget this.
All right. Well, that makes me feel slightly better. Well, he might be lying, but he's a more convincing liar. And that's what's important. What in the hell?
You there. Come talk to me. I'll make it worthwhile.
Disillusioned outlaw.
You're that initiative big shot, aren't you?
I suppose so.
Some might say that.
Don't fret. I'm not gonna hit you up for anything. Nothing specific, at least. You could say I'm disillusioned with the exiles. People here can't be trusted. Sooner stab you in the back than work together. So, I got no love for any of them.
Get to the point.
Shit. Fine. Outlaws got innovative ways of putting stuff together. I bet a smart one like you could learn a lot from scrutinizing our, stuff. You should check out Outlaw Tech and Materials. Might learn a few things. You remember who gave you the skinny on that.
Thanks, Tips. Hello, looter.
Fuck off. This one's ours.
Show more respect.
Looting is wrong.
She for real?
Looting is wrong. What a little bitch.
Let's not antagonize them further, Pathfinder.
Yeah, let's get murdered in an alleyway.
Found your surveyor. He broke his neck getting barite samples.
Good surveyors are hard to find. Hope you retrieved the samples.
Here you go.
Wonderful. Here are your credits. You earned them.
Thank you, Dirk. Hi, Reyes.
Ryder. Perfect timing. You saved me the trouble of looking for you.
Maybe I want to be troubled. Is everything all right?
Something wrong? Have there been more murders?
Nothing so morbid. This is actually a personal favor. A business rival, Zia Cordier, lifted cargo I was moving for a client.
Well, that was very
You want
nice
my
of them.
help getting it back.
We worked so well together on the Rokar job, I thought you'd be willing.
What's the cargo?
What did she steal?
No idea. Client paid extra for privacy. Considering my fees, it must be valuable.
You didn't check.
Honor's got a price. And the client paid it.
How did Zia steal
How'd
it?
this rival of yours get hold of your cargo?
Her usual tactics. Got my middleman drunk, then stole his ship.
Sounds like you know from experience.
Please, I keep to a 3-drink maximum when I'm on a job.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Maybe, if I have time.
I'd like to get the cargo back before word reaches my client. Zia usually drinks at Krala's song when she stops in Kadara. I'll start there. Join me, if you can find the time.
Okay. Journal. Helios assignments. Kadara. Look for signs of Ket on Kadara. Meet Reyes at Krala's song. Yeah. Let's meet Reyes at Krala's song first. The journal system is a bit nested. And a little weird in spots where, like, quests show up in more than one place.
Don't have much of a choice left, do we?
All right. Krala, I am coming to hear your song. Lysandra, this is on console. I'm playing it on Series X.
That was
Hello
the
again,
strongest.
Reyes.
You look like you're waiting for someone.
That's my line.
You want a drink or a room?
Information, actually.
That'll cost you more than a round of drinks.
My friend's good for it.
You owe me. Cheap bastard.
You still owe me for the last time.
Fine, fine. It was just a joke. I've got a bottle of Elasa I'm willing to part with.
What do you want to know?
Did I accidentally choose the romance
She been around
option?
recently?
You mean your ex? Yeah, she was here.
The plot thickens.
You never mentioned Zia was your girlfriend.
She's not. We drink together sometimes. I drink with a lot of people. Anyway, she was here?
Yeah, met with a Solarian. Shifty guy I'd never seen before. Maybe it was the charlatan.
Maybe.
Anything's possible. You overhear their conversation?
They were planning to meet someone at Spirit's Ledge.
Thanks, Umi.
Whatever. You didn't hear it from me.
If you check the meeting spot, I'll follow the collective lead. Doubt Zia was meeting the charlatan, but you never know.
Sure, take the easy job.
Why am I always stuck with the hard work?
Because I'm the delicate one. Call me when you get to the meeting spot.
Okay. You may be the delicate one, but the entire survival of the human race depends on me. If I get offed, everybody's much worse off. I'm not the only... Okay, I may not be the only Pathfinder, but I'm the only Pathfinder who we know where they are. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Better penetration damage and distance. Or clip size. Penetration. Do we have any upgraded pistol doohickeys? Tactical scope. I hope you're all enjoying Maple's toe beans right now. Because she's showing them off. Maple is showing feet for free right now.
Okay, that's done. Still need to track down Rhea's cargo, though.
Back out into the wild. Oh, I should let the map update. There we go. Okay, we have a thing there, and we have a thing there. Away we go.
What mic you on, my dude?
Whoops.
How many levels of microphone are you on?
I'm on mic 5.
Well, I mean, we all know what you're here for, really. I was just giving chat what they want.
What does Sid think about all this? Not many miners are out of stasis.
She acts like it's all right. She's still optimistic.
But not stupid.
Not even a little bit.
You said damage to her cryo array woke her early. How early?
She saw everything go down. The uprising, authority changing hands several times. Honestly, Cora, sometimes I wonder if she keeps it together.
Guess we missed the meeting. Let's look around. Maybe Zia left something behind.
Target's down!
Uh-oh! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus! Oh, no!
Hey, Ryder, something's hidden here.
Gotta be a way to get inside. Sam?
The lock is controlled remotely, perhaps by something nearby.
Aha!
Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel! Through the mountains! Secret, 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 secret tunnel! Yeah!
You know, maybe I'll execute the dinosaur from way over here.
Hostiles ahead!
Is it hostile? I feel like we're the hostile ones in this situation.
Good one. Maybe this will get us inside.
Secret console. Secret console. Datapad.
Reyes, I found a datapad with what looks like a nav point.
Must be where Zia's hiding the cargo. Probably left that behind for the buyer.
Why make the buyer come here?
Why not just tell the buyer directly?
Frequencies can be hacked. Dead drops are considered safer, especially for a big sale.
Did you find anything on your end?
The Salarian is a fence. No direct connection to the collective. My guess is Zia met him to find potential buyers. Let's follow up on those coordinates. I'll meet you there.
Up. All aboard the Nomad. Okay, where are we headed now? Here. Oh, apparently I'm in combat. What if I just weren't in combat? Okay, this time for Dick. God damn it. Are we still in combat? We are not. Okay. There we go.
Or Kadara.
Prodromos. It's small, but it's ours.
I don't know what that voice line was meant to say. It fully got cut off. Uh-oh.
A shuttle. Zia and her buyer could be inside.
All right, let's commit some murders, shall we? Oh.
It's empty.
This is a setup.
What if this was all just some elaborate trick to get you here?
You mean there was never any cargo?
Yes, that is what I mean.
I knew you'd figure it out eventually.
Zia.
You could never resist the big payout.
Dang, I'm switching sides.
What can I say? I'm a greedy man.
That's why you don't have any friends. You're selfish.
Can't argue with that!
She has you there.
Ouch.
You must be losing your touch, Reyes. I remember you being such a smooth talker. Right up until you dumped me.
Don't tell me that's what this is all about.
Of course not. You've been taking all the good jobs in Kadara. It's gotten more than my attention.
So what? The local smuggling union got together and decided to take me down?
Something
yes.
like that.
Unless you offer a 20% year-on-year raise.
Move in.
Armoring up.
Bye, Zia. It was nice while it lasted, but we weren't meant to be. Reyes, you still alive? It seems weird to me that there didn't appear to be, like, any epilogue to that quest.
Take care of Kitus's cat stragglers.
No, we didn't have time to write that part.
You shouldn't let Drac get under your skin so much. He means well.
He doesn't get under my skin. Wait, does he think I'm upset? I think I just gained the upper hand.
Hello, Zapty. Glad you could make it.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources.
Hey, Scudder.
You can extract
Get any
minerals
closer and I'll
via your
hit you
mining
with a
interface.
corrosive bomb. Killed 2 looters today already. You want to test me?
Whoa, hey, we're no outlaws. We're friendly.
Then come prove it, slowly.
Did I accidentally just spawn another quest? I left before talking to Reyes? I didn't see him there.
Keep expecting outlaws to jump out at us.
Apparently you have to manually talk to him. Okay, well, we'll go back after we're done this.
Someone took a hard landing.
Someone ran into trouble.
But who? Who ran into trouble?
Who's there? Hamash, is that you?
Don't talk. We'll get you back to town.
Oh, I can't move. It's too late. I just want to rest.
His wounds. He's right. I don't think we should move him.
Can you tell me what happened?
It was the Ket. Took us by surprise. They killed everyone. John lasted the longest. They didn't know I was still alive. I saw them raiding our packs. Then they took off into the hills.
This is a very British Angara.
What's in the hills? Is there a Ket base there?
There's nothing in the hills. We've never heard of a base. Sloan says Kadara is free of Ket.
Tell us about the Ket.
What did the Ket take from you?
I don't know. Supplies, weapons, scavenged ship parts.
All right, rest now.
I'll leave you to rest.
Thank you. I wish.
Kaitis, it's Ryder. Your Ket rumors have weight. Just found a caravan they attacked.
Damn it. Really thought we got them all.
One of the wounded said they headed for the hills. I'm going to check it out.
I'll search too. Grabbing a shuttle now.
Yeah, maybe bring this extremely dead guy back. No, he's resting. He'll be fine.
Ket tracks. They're leading up into those hills.
Oh, those hills. All right, where's the Nomad? That's right. I can help him. There. Put him out of his misery. Problem solved.
Nice dodge back there, Vetra. Very fancy. Thanks. Learned it from a pirate back in the Verge. Did you know
He's
him
in
long?
a better place now.
About a minute and a half. It wasn't much of a bar brawl.
Between the treads of my tire.
Ket tracks. We're going the right way.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
The exiles have quite a setup over there. Won't be happy to see us.
Oh, more cat tracks. Why are they
More
walking?
tracks. Can't be far now.
Oh, I found the cat. Oh, no, I didn't find the cat. Why aren't you cat?
One's gone.
Look, a cave. Wanna bet our cat are inside?
Kaitis, think I found something. Sending the nav point.
Ooh, iridium. Hey, cat, come on out so I can shoot you.
Impatient, are we?
Sloan, I wasn't expecting you.
She wouldn't take no for an answer.
I'm not about to let someone else fight my battles. Especially an initiative lapdog.
I'm a lapdog now?
You were happy enough to have this lapdog track down information for you.
That's what dogs do. Fetch.
Enough. Let's get this over with.
You're such a grump when you're worried.
Every second you're gone from the port is an opportunity for the collective. The Pathfinder and I can have...
What was that?
They know we're here. Get ready.
Cat!
Die!
Got it!
Okay. Just a little charred, but I'm still good.
Here we go.
Yeah. Who's dead? What's dead? Complete your sentence, please. Level 22? Hot dang. All right, does anyone know where What's-Her-Butt is? Where's Sloan? Hi, Sloan. Am I supposed to talk to you now? Talk to me.
Let's get rid of the bodies.
Covering your tracks?
Wouldn't want anyone to know you had Ket hiding under your noses.
Your discretion is appreciated.
Great, thank you. All All right. Does anybody remember where was our thing with? Where was what's his name? The place we last saw Reyes was up here somewhere. I mean, to be fair to me, the game kind of goozled me. Nope, not that way. Wait, maybe this way. Up we go, up we go. Up here?
Enemies!
Ah, yes, that's right. Leave me alone, dinosaur! Oh, the dinosaur did not leave me alone.
Took one out.
Oh, apparently by not talking to Reyes before now, I can no longer talk to him. The door is locked. All right, all we've got left to do is to return to the Tempest.
Gil's ready to talk to you about the Ket transmitter.
Okay.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Okay.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Emails. Good Lord, I'm going to have a lot of emails. All right. Pathfinder, Jal expressed that you wish to meet with Aksul. It has been a long time since he and I spoke. He was so changed by the Ket, it was difficult to talk to him, but perhaps enough time has passed, and together we can reason with him. I've arranged a meeting at my laboratory, Anaya. Please come at your earliest convenience. Archive. Message from Vold. Intel on Ket. Greetings, Pathfinder. My name is Realist. I serve the Angaran Resistance. Some of our scouts have returned with interesting information about the Ket that I'm certain will intrigue you. I will wait for you on Vold. Please come soon. Acknowledge. Archive. To Ryder from Reyes. Ryder, something interesting just fell into my lap. Call me when you have a minute. Acknowledge. Archive. Gotta lead an Ark Natanus. Ryder, I'm hearing rumors that scavengers found pieces of an Ark on a planet called Aladdin. Might be nothing, but might be worth checking out. Acknowledge. Archive. Diplomatic efforts. When we left our old home, we never planned on having to negotiate with an alien civilization for a new one. It's vital we placate the Angara and keep them on our side. They've opened an embassy on Aya, and our diplomatic team is already settling in. I'm counting on you to ensure our success. You've established ties with the Resistance leader, the Moshai, and Aya's governor. Do all you can to learn everything about them and their supporters. The better we understand Aya's political structure, the more successful we'll be gaining their help colonizing Helios. Acknowledge. Archive. Havaral Science Team Deployment. Pathfinder Team. The Nexus has approved the request for a multidisciplinary team to be posted on Havaral, aka Habitat 3, to assist with the Angaran efforts there. Primary team members, Dr. Hawkins McIntyre, Xenoanthropology Team Lead, Dr. Zara Cassian, Botany, Environmental Engineer, Farley Barra, Entomology, Cody Holdren, Quartermaster. Both Angara and Nexus teams have expressed interesting in having the Pathfinder visit Farl again to observe cross-cultural efforts. Acknowledge. Archive. To Ryder from Unknown Center. Ryder, I must be brief, but I hear my virus was a success and Sam is disconnected. Excellent news. We should talk in person. I have enclosed the nav point for our sanctuary on Kadara. The virus was only a first step. You could be a strong ally in future efforts. Night. Knowledge. Archive. Please see me. Ryder, please see me on the Hyperion deck to discuss a sensitive matter. Acknowledge. Archive. Something suspicious. Dear Pathfinder, this is Sidera, Vetra's sister, but everyone calls me Sid. I know this isn't following protocol, because who am I to contact a Pathfinder through their personal console, right? But I know Vetra will tell me I'm overreacting, and I swear I wouldn't do this unless I thought it was something serious. There's just stuff going on here that doesn't really add up, and people are getting hurt. It's hard to explain. Can we talk in person? I'm in operations. Acknowledge. Archive. Can we talk on camera? Hello, Ryder. The things I'm hearing. A garden world, a whole new species. If you can talk on the record, you know where to find me. Acknowledge. Archive. Messages to the Nexus. Ryder, I've been reviewing all the messages you forwarded from the Angaran populace. It's encouraging to see that even in these initial phases of contact, we have supporters among them. Though it's equally clear we have our work cut out for us in winning over the rest. But I'm confident you're on the right track. I would have been surprised if the Angara hadn't expressed skepticism. First contact is a complicated situation, and if roles were reversed, I'd be suspicious of them if they arrived on our doorstep. Thank you for passing these messages along. They'll provide invaluable insight as we navigate these tricky waters. Acknowledge. Archive. Stress tests. Hello, Ryder. Quite the rescue. The Tempest isn't intended for these kinds of operations, but she's performing splendidly. Not that I encourage you risking your life for stress tests or anything. Still, well done. I spoke to the Moshai when I happened past Medbay. She left an impression, I must say. Patient, but remarkably driven. It's easy to see how she withstood the pressures of torture and that place. Sometimes I wonder what my people could do with a bit more time to be patient. Archive. Should be sleeping, but didn't know I practiced poetry? Neither did I. Probably because I don't. But here it goes. Helios, are you healing us? Or will we regret ever coming? Because the Ket are forever bumming our space. Wait a minute, is that actually good, or is the analytical sphere of my brain fallen asleep? Archive. You know, I'm from Gil. You know, how I'm out here searching for more for me true purpose? Yeah, poetry it ain't. Helios, are you healing us? Sheesh. You're making waves from Reyes. Spread the word at Tartarus and in port of your expert handling of the Rokar. I only made a few embellishments and left out my involvement, of course. Wouldn't want to steal your spotlight. about Kadara. One of my friends from Kadara sent a list of tips for surviving there. It's mostly common sense, but here are some gems. No one knows who the charlatan is. Asking's dangerous. Be really careful dealing with Sloane and anyone who works for her. Politics on Kadara are less about who's got the biggest stick and more about who's willing to use the sticks they have in creative ways. There's a hole-in-the-wall place in the slums that makes the best cup of Quiloa. Do not mix Quiloa with other stimulants no matter what anyone says. Humans only. Don't ask Umi the bartender to surprise you. Archive. Diplomatic meeting. From the Nexus Cultural Exchange to Pathfinder Rider, we are currently hosting the first Angaran ambassador to the Nexus, Issa de Navarre. Despite the importance of your duties, we hope your next return to the station will coincide with this visit. A cordial meeting between the Pathfinder to first reach Aya and the Angaran ambassador could set the tone for our relations in the future. Respectfully yours, Lana Tassafra, Chief of Staff, Nexus Cultural Exchange. Archive. Matriarch credits. Last time I was on Kadara, I met this Asari at Krala's who said she'd let me in on a little score. Apparently, there's this matriarch who came over on the Nexus. Only she died in stasis. My contact says she's next in line for the old lady's credits. A lot of credits. And get this, she says she'll split them with me. Trouble is, there's red tape, transfer fees. And she's having trouble mustering up the credits to clear them. Asked me if I could cover the transfer cost. I tried to bring Vetra in on this, but she says it's a scam. I'm not so sure. Seems like a pretty good opportunity to me. Drac. Archive! To writer from Drac. It was a scam. Do me a favor and don't tell Vetra, okay? Update on Jal. Ryder, thought you should know I spoke to Jal. After some reflection, he seems to accept that the process of exaltation cannot be reversed. I apologize if I was harsh before. I can get a little passionate when it comes to patience and my professional opinion. I know you were only trying to help, and ultimately we both just want what's best for the Tempest crew. I will continue to run tests and study the data you obtain from the Ket facility regarding exaltation, but right now I must believe what the evidence tells me, which is that exaltation is permanent. Archive. From Jal to Sarah, Ryder, the Moshai sent me some news from Aya that she asked me to share with you. Under her guidance, officials are again allowing study in the Aya Vault. It comes with great risk, of course, so she's restricting participation to her brightest students under armed guard. Although she doesn't have your ability to interface with the Remnant, she wants to be ready to assist you however she can once Meridian is found. These are just interesting and exciting times. Archive. A communication from your friend Jal. Dearest. In your culture, is dearest too strong a word to use when two people are fond of each other? And is fond too strong a word to use when two people enjoy flirting with each other? I enjoy you. Even now, I smile picturing your face. Angara are free with our emotions, and it feels normal for me to lay mine at your feet. I hope this is not too strange for your species and that you can comfortably accept them. I enjoy you, but more than that, I adore your strength and courage and beauty. Your dearest, Jal. Aww! Still a home, even if not ours, to writer from Liam. Proud of Havarl. I mean, sure, living there would have been fun. That planet is one pterodactyl away from a Jurassic Fun Fair, but what we did for the Angara will go a long way to making us good neighbors. We need that, especially with the Scourge restricting the neighborhood. Security is training up on what the locals know about local fauna. Outpost or not, Havarl helps. Liam has included a list of media themed to community. Genres include century-old situation comedies and documentaries about research partnerships. Also a musical about a man-eating plant. This sounds bad, kid. Thought I'd show you what Struck sent me. A transcript of an audio log that's got me worried about the colony. Sounds like Morta's cooking up something, but I don't know what to think. Morta, stop arguing with me, Brank. It's payback time for the initiative. They don't care about us, but they will. Soon they're going to know that I'm Overlord. And once I execute my plan, there will be no denying that the Krogan rule Helios. Then they'll come begging to us. Okay, Morta, I'll get a team together, gather everything we need. No Krogan bows down to the Nexus again. All right, that was a lot of stuff. Let's go get our jowl on. Or more accurately, let's go get our jowl off. Crew quarters, medbay, through this door. Oh, right, he's upstairs from here. I cannot remember the layout of this ship to save my life.
I'm going to recommend a team-wide increase in caloric intake. Yay.
Hey, Joel. Didn't mean to scare you.
What? I'm not scared. 1 second.
What's going on in here? You look busy.
If I'm busy, my mind is occupied with whatever I'm working on, rather than worrying.
Understood?
I can see how that'd help.
I'd like your advice on something. I'm making gifts for everyone. I have a list.
Gifts?
Do Turians like poetry? For Vetra, I'm writing a poem and engraving it on... I'm not sure yet.
Take the risk.
Who doesn't like a personalized poem?
Great. Maybe I could just recite it for her.
Make sure I'm there for that.
Liam seems to like my Rofgin. I might sew him one.
He does?
Do Krogan like knives? I could craft a ceremonial Angaran dagger for Drac.
That sounds amazing.
Who wouldn't want that?
It's mainly decorative. Would you like one?
Joel, this is a lot of work. What's really going on?
I'm sure that I seem confident and skilled to you, but I'm not. Or I don't feel like I am.
Well, that's pretty common, but I think you're special.
Well, I think you're great.
That's so...
It's true.
You're making me blush.
I can't tell.
My family is well known. Our lineage is respected, and many of my kin have achieved great things. I've never been one of them. So many older siblings and cousins who succeeded at everything. I stopped trying to keep up.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
You are going to do great things, Joel. You're going to be the first Angara to fuck a human being.
You're not in anyone's shadow here. I believe in you.
Language.
Oh, dear me. All right, what do we got going? Flak cannon fires Krogan-designed shells that burst into shrapnel upon impact. Shrapnel damage is reduced against armored enemies. Activation requires 1 power cell from flak cannon's limited power cell supply. Bonus ammo, 5 points. Reload speed, clip size. Oh, I'm a commando now. 8 points. Anti-shield. Vetra. Target marking. Or bleed. Reinforced shields. Strength enhancement. Don't mind if I do. We'll get turbocharge started. Jaw. Dear Jaw, please load. Auto level up. Yes. Drac. Auto level up. Yes. PB. Auto level up. Yes. Liam. No one cares. Go away. All right. What else have we got going on? Check your email and respond to Reyes. How do I respond? How does one respond to Reyes? Yeah, mission successful. That's right. My strike teams are the best strike teams. %50. Dang. Send in a strike team. I should have started the mission. That's what I forgot to do. AVP. Collect all rewards. I should unlock another thing, like mining operations. Collect all rewards. Do I have the equipment or the items necessary to develop high-end weaponry? Valkyrie Assault Rifle 2? Black Widow 1. Supercharged boost. Okay, real quick. What do I actually have equipped? I have a Valkyrie 1. See? Brownie's like, build the Scorpion or better armor. And I'm like, but I could build a Valkyrie 2. I don't want better armor. I want a Valkyrie 2.
Pathfinder, you have pending vid calls.
Uh-oh. Where's the VidCon? Activate.
Ryder, how's my favorite Pathfinder?
Can't complain.
Just enjoying another day of what Helios has to offer. Why?
Thought we could grab a drink. Sloane's holding a get-together for the locals. I managed to snag an invite. Care to be my +1?
Sloane's hosting a party?
Sloane doesn't seem like the party type.
She sees these events as a necessary evil to keep the people happy.
Sure, sounds fun.
I'd never say no to free drinks.
Especially from Sloane's reserve. I'll meet you outside Outcast HQ.
Thanks! Alright. Aya. We have 3 quests on Aya. We have 1 on Eos. We have 1 on Havarl. We have 2 on Kadara. 3 on the Nexus. 2 on Fold. I guess I gotta figure out where I want to go. Which way is out? Ah, there it is. Don't mind me just doing laps of the lounge area. What a goofy run.
I've run all the tests. It's non-toxic. If we're going to live here, someone has to take the plunge and actually try to eat things.
Dr. Tapero, please do something.
Don't do it, Suvi.
You told on me. I thought we were friends. You, sir, are uninvited from all my parties.
I want to know what she was going to eat.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Dang, we got Kadara's viability up to 84%? Hot damn! We're saving this galaxy. Hey, we got new worlds. So, we got Remav, we got Hefena, we got Valon, Tekunis, Zaubre, and Solmine.
With all this travel, we're building up a bigger picture of the Scourge. I wonder if it's just local to Helios, or if all Andromeda's like this.
All right, let's look at some planets, shall we? H148. Skip. Great mountain ranges of frozen carbon dioxide cover the gloomy surface of H148, trapping deposits of gold and aluminum underneath. Skip.
I'm picking up something.
Anomaly detected. There it is. Whoop. Pew.
Probes launched. I found something.
The wreck of a Rokar vessel drifts above Suriko. It appears to have been abandoned. Alright, centuries ago, Angaran explorers set out beyond their space to Suriko, which they believed might be habitable. The colony didn't last, but it has strong symbolic significance nonetheless. Avalosa.
Anomaly detected.
Another anomaly, jeez. Pew.
Probe away. Satellite detected.
It appears to be a Nexus satellite stolen and reprogrammed by the Collective. It is actively monitoring the planet Suriko. Given its size and position, Avalosa might once have been a moon of H323, though how it was displaced is unclear. Unusual radiation emissions make Avalosa difficult to scan. Not that difficult, though, apparently. Now for H323. This frigid desert world appears to have once been covered in plant life. It was reduced to its current state millions of years ago, long before the scourge by the aging sun. Red Koryak. I can pronounce that word. I can definitely pronounce that word. Brutal temperatures, noxious gases, crushing atmospheric pressure, and constant tectonic upheavals earned this world the name of legendary Milky Way pirate Red Koryak. Koryak. And NASA. Onward to NASA.
Radio emissions from the black hole are incredible out here. The song of the dark side of creation. Anomaly detected.
Ooh. I see it. Hello, anomaly.
Probes launched.
What are you?
Getting
Starship
scanned.
wreckage? Oh, please. Wreckage! This appears to be the remains of a Ket scout or dropship. Enough functional parts remain to suggest it was not destroyed by Nexus exiles. Perhaps the Rokar were responsible. H2O5, a diminutive sphere of rock and ice. H2O5 is entirely unmapped and is not universally shown on Helios cluster charts. It could one day prove an excellent hiding place. Why do we need to hide? Mornax Vinkar. A Turian exile attempted to found a trading post on one of this gas giant's minuscule moons. The project ended in disaster. Mornax Vinkar is a Turian phrase for bad mistake. Every time I have to skip that cutscene, it blows me away that they thought including it was a good idea. Despite its comfortable temperature and seas of liquid water, Sedele is heavily irradiated by mass ejections from the system's sun and is therefore unsuitable for colonization.
Probe away. Getting a scan.
Colonies of jellyfish-like creatures move freely along this enormous river, despite the lack of life elsewhere on the planet. The river may be the last remnant of a dying ecosystem. Is Uranus suitable for colonization? Cyanide asks. Which, I mean, I guess depends. Are you a tapeworm? A Sermos. The collective appears to be using a Sermos as a listening post. Several unnamed receiver stations dot the planet, either studying the black hole or monitoring local ship traffic. Yes, Samwalk, I was referring to the flying around animation. H444. A few uncharacteristic gouges in the planet's surface suggest a group of exiles has been here, stripping away easily accessed mineral deposits. All right, we have fully explored this solar system. All right, what do we want to do next? What's our next step? We have 2 new worlds that we've never been to. We've got Havarl, Eos, Nexus, Aya, and Vold, and Kadara all have quests on them. I guess the obvious next step is the Nexus. So let's go back to the Nexus real quick. Gotta stop in and do our interview. Alrighty, let's dock. Oh, dang, there's a bunch of quests here. It seems like those 2 cargo boxes on the landing pad are placed in such a way as to make it really annoying to land.
Pathfinder, this is Cap.
Like, not for any good reason, just to make it annoying to land.
Repairs continue on various parts of the Nexus.
I'd rather not discuss it over open channels. Please come see me on the Hyperion Bridge as soon as you can.
All right, what do we got here? In the area we're in.
I don't know. Tan's pretty busy. I don't know.
Hi, Carrie.
I don't know. Maybe I should.
Free for an interview? I'd like to know more about the Angara. It's not often a first contact goes so smoothly. At least the Angara are more peaceful than the Ket. There's high hopes for this alliance.
Things are going well. Oh, I can hit on the reporter, too?
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
The Angara soldier who joined your team has a few fans already, but everyone's talking about Aya. Green plants, flowing water? Our leaders have discussed whether we should send colonists there.
No, Aya belongs to the Angara. Maybe with permission.
Aya is a sovereign planet of the Angara. We have no right to settle there.
Strong stuff. Here's hoping we don't need to. Okay, that's... Colonist registration is up since last episode, as is morale. Tan sent this for you. Inspiring, huh?
Enough. Look, this isn't going.
All right, what's next? We've got whatever's going on over here.
Going to work.
Just give me another chance.
Is it the dock manager? Are you the dock manager?
A word. I
Sure.
stopped an unauthorized shipment to Kadara. Important stuff. Rations, tools, power cells, you name it. Corresponds with inventory discrepancies.
Someone's stealing and storing supplies around Nexus and Hyperion for delivery to the exiles.
How could they?
If you could keep an eye out for suspicious or out-of-place packages, I'd appreciate it.
I'll see what I can do.
Great. Stolen supplies haven't been processed for release, so Sam should be able to detect them.
Well, I know there's a couple of crates on the docking pad that are problematic.
And we're happy to help your guards secure their weapons.
I prefer them armed for now. You understand, of course.
Oh, Pathfinder, this is the head of the Angaran delegation.
The one who saved the Moshai. She speaks highly of you. Call me Issa de Navarre.
This is a historic day.
Welcome, Ambassador.
An historic day, you
Angara's
might
first
say.
formal visit will be one for the history books.
I wonder what they'll say.
I was just explaining to the Ambassador that armed guards aren't necessary here.
Is something wrong, Ambassador?
Please walk with me, Pathfinder. So much life. All different, all united. The way it could have been. 75 years ago, we were scattered, struggling to rebuild after the Scourge. Then, the Ket arrived. Alien life. It was monumental. But then they deceived and enslaved us. So, I hope you understand my precautions.
I do understand. Yes.
Your people have endured much, Ambassador. I'd be cautious too.
Yet all this, your initiative, is proof there's a better way. I want to believe in this alliance, Pathfinder. The Moshai says you're trustworthy. Please, help me trust in you.
Well, we've got a lot to offer.
Everything you see, we're willing to share. Knowledge, technology, support.
What's the price?
Whatever you're willing to give.
They'll surrender their weapons to your militia, if that's satisfactory.
Thank you. We won't disappoint you, Ambassador.
Pavoa set Jav Jaravon, Pathfinder. Welcome to Andromeda.
Yay! I got him to give up his guns. Doing better than CBSA. Just like an incredibly niche joke.
Of course, there are probably more systems to find. The Scourge doesn't help.
But our map, my model of Helios, blossoms with data thanks to you. Here, please. You have earned this.
Ghost of Jeff Goldblum says, good, question mark? Joke, question mark? Steven Crider says Canadian Bee Safety Agency, Canadian Border Services Agency, CBSA. All right, now we're going to dive deep into the Canadian lore. Over the course of the pandemic, Samwalk says, I assume this joke features terrible Americans. Well, you're not wrong. Over the course of the pandemic, there was a minor, what's the right word? A minor diplomatic kerfuffle between Canada and the U.S. Specifically, that during the pandemic, all of the inland Canadian Border Services offices that did Nexus interviews for Canadians who want to travel to the States shut down temporarily. And when they opened back up...
Downloading new scanner data.
We wanted to reinitiate Nexus card interviews for Canadians on Canadian soil in Canada so that they can go to the U.S. with their Nexus cards. And the American Border Services were like, yeah, well, that's cool. We'll station agents in your offices, but they have to be armed. They're peace officers. They get to carry guns. To which Canada was like, no. And the consequence of which is that to this day, you can still not get an interview with an American border agent at a Canadian office. And so the solution they have right now is you can go to a Canadian office for your interview with the Canadian Border Guard and get a preliminary approval, but then next time you travel to the U.S., you have to conduct your interview on in the U.S. on U.S. soil with an American Border Guard if you've done it that route. The only way that you can go and get your interview done with both the Canadian and American Guard at the same time is to go to the States. Because we still get to have, we still have Canadian Border Service agents posted at American locations. But we were not permitting armed American guards in Canadian offices. This is not at the border. This is inland offices. So anyhow, that's what happened. So anyhow, it's a disagreement. Anyhow, as I say, minor diplomatic kerfuffle, mostly funny. So anyhow, my joke there is that I did manage to get that ambassador to give up his gun. Sam Wong says, I support any stable democracy picking small bureaucratic fights with America just to tweak our noses. Good. I'm glad I've got your support. I'm glad we have your support. That's what matters, right? Okay, I have to search the commons area.
These are stolen supplies. I'll alert the dock manager.
Oh, stolen supplies! How could they?
Pathfinder Rider. I need to know something.
He was already messing with the wire.
Hi, Anan.
Interesting. Thanks, Pathfinder. Those look horrifying. Dutch will love them.
Okay, we gotta go back over there. And then we'll have cleared this zone out. Whee! Whee!
Is everything all right?
Strawberries soon.
Residents are still mourning the loss of Chief Garson. The initiative founder was killed when the Nexus...
Why is that door locked? Why is that door locked?
Hi, I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the Nexus. We ask
Let me in!
short minutes going through immigration processing, then we'll have you on your way.
All right, down the stairs.
Founder of the initiative. On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center. Please have a look around.
Talk.
Interesting place, isn't it? Full of smiles and handshakes. Not many soldiers. Even
Yeah, the
though
military's
politicians
pissed about
make
that.
peace, it's we soldiers who keep it.
Given our situation, it's smart to show we truly come in friendship.
Though in these times you should be prepared for the alternative. But names. I know you, Pathfinder. I am Andraknor, a Heskal with the Resistance.
A Hescarl?
Centuries ago, Heskal were special forces. We defended colonies, passing our training down via oral history. Few remember us today. I came to learn what the Milky Way knows of such things. I heard your father was part of a similar program, an N7.
Tell me about N7. Shouldn't
What have you learned about the N7 program?
shouldn't I be telling him about the
Soldiers
N7
who trained on exotic
N7 program?
worlds. Arcturus, Europa, Rio de Janeiro. They learn to fight in all environments on little food or sleep, to care for their injured, to lead. Is that accurate? Wasn't your father one of them?
Yes.
He was one of the first N7s. He was proud of that, even though he didn't stay in service. Didn't stop him teaching me and my brother a few tricks.
So, you carry a little of that knowledge with you, as well as your Pathfinder skills. N7 training would benefit my people. Heskal training would benefit yours. Perhaps a few war games. Show me how your skills handle the tests of a Heskal recruit. Challenge yourself and teach me.
I'd be honored. I was not an
Chance to
N7.
work with the Angaran best of the best?
I will get my ass handed to me.
Excellent. I'll activate our training beacons. Finding them can be your first test. After that, I look forward to learning.
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly peace ambassadors.
Wait, did I hear something about pizza?
They're happy to answer any questions you may have if you're eager to learn more about your own culture.
Probably not. It sounded like pizza. But I was only sort of half listening. Oh, is the Horizon expansion released now?
To EOS in the Pythia system has discovered a mysterious facility that authorities are calling a vault. Though not
Rip.
much yet is known about the
Me,
underground structure,
specifically.
it's believed to be remnant in origin. Noted Asari scientist Helisaria Baseo.
What we activated in the vault drastically improved the atmosphere on Eos.
This is HNS.
Across on the Solarian art. How do I find it?
More stolen
Another
supplies.
cache of stolen supplies, alerting the dock manager.
All right, is there anything else to do in here? No.
But they've got Pathfinder out there.
Top scientists have few answers, as the dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel and communication.
Brownie, I'm not doing tears at launch.
This is HNS.
My plan is to wait a year. I'll figure out when I'm going to play Tears, but I'm definitely not playing at launch. Samwalk, you're being sarcastic by saying it seems like a surefire strategy for driving up viewership, but that's what worked with Breath of the Wild. In that case, I waited 3 years.
Another cache of stolen supplies, alerting the dock manager.
What I want to do is I want to play it once it's become part of the zeitgeist. when lots of people want to watch people playing it, but at a time when I'm not competing with anybody else who's big who's streaming it, and I'm not competing with people's own playthroughs of the game. And yes, in the case of Breath of the Wild, it was more like 3 years or 4 years. It is, yes. It is proceeding on the assumption that it'll be as universally well received as its predecessor. And depending on how things go, maybe I'll play it sooner. But I don't plan to play it at launch. I want to give people in this chat time to get through it.
A bar opens on the Nexus. Visitors herald the vortex as a sign of civility, and the opposite of civility, as more sleepers wake in need of a drink. This is HNS.
I don't know, one of my favorite things about the playthrough of the original one is the extent to which the game was already solved. Like, Breath of the Wild was already a solved game by the time I played it, where, like, everybody in chat already had very strong opinions about how the game worked and the way, like, the solutions for puzzles. And it was all locked in. Like, it had become calcified. And so when I found an outside-the-box solution for things, chat just broke. It was like my favorite part.
Can I talk to you, Ryder?
Hi, Sid. Nice to meet ya.
Good that you're here, Ryder. I found something while monitoring comms for the Nexus. Multiple attacks by people called the Three Sabers. They're hitting outposts and supply vessels. The really weird part is they seem aware of our operations, like they're getting intel.
A mole? Wait, can I hit on
What are you
Sid?
saying? That someone's feeding them info?
Can I sleep with Vetra's
Maybe.
sister?
It would be really bad if that were true, right? I've reported it, and they say they'll investigate, but then forget. But you're the Pathfinder. If someone's betraying the Nexus, you have to do something about it.
It's worth investigating.
If they seem to know our operations, that could spell trouble. Best to get to the bottom of it. Thank you. I knew I could count on you. Best Pathfinder ever. I don't know where they hide, but I got the nav points for their most recent raids. Maybe the Tempest scanners can figure out where they went.
Best Pathfinder ever. Oh, right, I have to leave.
Fallout from the recent uprising as security tightens across all sectors of the Nexus. Director Tan stresses that it's, quote, for your safety. This is
Okay.
HNS.
Done! Done! Hi, Dunn.
Sorry to call you in, but this is best handled discreetly.
Talk to me.
Short version, one of Harry's med techs snuck a relative on board. Woke them up, cut them loose. Turns out this relative has a rare illness. Not contagious yet, but in the later stages.
Well, that was stupid.
They exposed the whole station to a potentially contagious illness?
Yes. We need to keep this quiet and handle it fast. This gets out, we'll have a station-wide panic. Besides, this is a Hyperion matter. My responsibility.
This is a station issue.
This concerns everyone. We're part of the Nexus now.
Contagion rumors on stations never end well. Never. I've been through this before.
Yeah,
The
we'll
only
have
way this
like
ends
an
without major
entire
losses
section of
is if we
people
handle things
protesting
before
by
the
driving
rumors
their
get out.
trucks through habitation.
I'll look into it.
Good. Talk to Harry. He can brief you on the details. Let's bring this under control before it's too late.
That might have been too real. Hi, Sam! Show me a
Ryder,
memory.
One of your father's memories is available.
Play it!
Let's see it.
This memory is of a family gathering on Earth.
Finally, the Ryder clan in one room. It feels like it's been years since we were together.
Or more.
Well, I'll take whatever I can get. I've missed you too.
How are you feeling, Mom?
No, we're not doing that. There's only one rule for this visit. No talking about me. I'm fine. And when I'm not, the pills help. Deal?
Okay.
Good. Let's talk about something else. Alec? Really?
Well, you're both looking taller.
Yeah, Dad, that does tend to happen.
Right, I know. So, I heard the Alliance has a new Mako in the works.
Yeah, word is they can airdrop this one from a ship.
They could airdrop the Mako from the ship!
One on our next expedition.
You still
Oh,
poking
wait.
around the attic?
They were talking about the Mako, not the
amazing.
Nomad.
We think we
I'm
might
very
have found
smart.
a Prothean site. No artifacts yet, but we're still digging.
I remember the day they found the first ruins on Mars. Changed my life. We knew for sure that aliens were real. We just had to go find them.
Yes, every day I wake up, I'm looking at a Mass Effect relay and I keep thinking, what's on the other side?
Don't lose that. The minute you stop wondering what's beyond the mountain, you die a little
No
inside.
chance of that. It's in our blood. You infected us.
Ryder, have you
What was it
considered
like, Dad?
raising your
When
chin,
you went through
like,
that first
just a
relay?
little bit? So that you
believe
don't
the
look like you're
stories.
skulking around.
Charon relay scared the shit out of us. Admiral Grissom included. Why don't we go have this dinner your mom's been slaving over all day? I'll tell you all about it.
I remember that. Mom complained the Ryder clan was never in the same room at the same time.
Odd, considering you were family.
Life is hectic.
People get busy. Scott and I were trying to start our lives.
A course that seems to have been influenced by your father.
Yeah, good or bad, your parents were buff on you.
A form of symbiosis.
Sure, I suppose. Though not always beneficial.
It gave rise to you.
Jury's still out on that.
Nevertheless, the emotional bonds among family became clear to me that day. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Wait, really? I only unlocked one memory?
That's all for now.
Of course.
Wee! 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 Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast!
A violent illness related to cherry-like fruit brought back from Habitat 7 has authorities baffled. Multiple passengers are still in quarantine. This is Agent S.
Have you been to any of
Good you're here. Dunn briefed you?
Just the short version.
High level only. Said to speak with you for the full brief.
Great. Well then, here we go. Before we left, my medtech Charlie helped his aunt sign on to the initiative program.
He cheated the screening process.
Yeah, she has TH314. Deadly, highly contagious in the latter stages, and jumps across species.
Oh, awesome.
It was dormant, but flared up when Charlie woke her. He just assumed it was stasis sickness. There's no cure, no vaccine. It's deadly in its final stage, and she's off-grid. She's a problem.
Tell me about TH314.
What should I know about this TH314?
Stage 1 symptoms are similar to stasis sickness, which is what fooled Charlie. Stage 2 is marked by extreme bouts of paranoia. It becomes virulently contagious at Stage 3. Airborne, the works.
Is anyone else infected?
No one so far. According to the test results I received after Charlie left, she's still in Stage 1. If she progresses to Stage 3, Ryder, it'll be bad. It's a rare disease, but the kind that starts pandemics.
Where's Charlie now?
Any idea where he's gone?
Not long ago, he was assigned to an Apex unit for a mission. Incommunicado at the moment.
Oh, whoops,
Charlie
that was
had
my
no idea
fault.
the virus
He'll
would
be
flare
back
up
in
after
3
stasis.
hours.
Virology isn't his specialty. She's his only relative. Even so, he should have known better.
Well, she's sick and needs help.
We need to help her, you mean?
Every instinct I have, both medical and human, is screaming at me to help her. Making sure TH314 doesn't spread is the top priority, no matter what. This one isn't going to be easy.
Anything else I need to know?
Be quick but discreet. We can't panic the entire station over this.
I only have a whole space station to search. Discreetly. Check.
Could be worse. She could be off station and potentially infecting the Angara. Try customs first. Even with fake medical clearance, she had to go through there like anyone else.
Cool. What a delightful side quest.
Profile. The file includes
I'm so glad they included this.
That'll be useful. Thanks, Sam.
A worker was lost to space during repairs on the Nexus hull. The victim's name has been withheld until next of kin in the Milky Way is notified. This is HNS.
How long are they going to have to wait until they name the person? What is our intergalactic relay rate? Speak with an immigration officer in the docking area. Am I not in the docking area? Common area.
A reminder that alcoholic beverages must be consumed within private quarters or at the vortex.
Ah, immigration staff. Hello.
Consumption of alcohol
Name?
in public spaces.
Sarah Ryder.
Hi, welcome to the Nexus. Let me check the database and... Wait, you're already approved. And you're a Pathfinder. Hi?
Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone. Have you seen Ruth Becker?
Yes, I have. Why are you asking?
We're friends.
She's a friend. I wanted to check on her before I head back out.
Of course I can help. She said she wanted to catch up with friends. Now let me see. Yes, Ruth Becker. Tried to set me up with her nephew. It was cute.
Anything else that you can remember?
I restricted her access to the common area because there were problems with her file. I sorted things out, then messaged her to let her know she was clear.
Thank you. Restricted access, huh? Sam, can you do anything with that?
Yes, I believe I can help you retrace her steps, at least during that time.
Also, you may want to go to sickbay. You may want to go to sickbay for no reason and talk to Dr. Carlisle again for no reason. but maybe do it right now. We don't know that she's not infectious yet. Contagious only in later stages, and the person we're looking for was in stage 1, but we don't know that it hasn't progressed. It's been a while since they saw this person. Just because she was in stage 1 doesn't mean she still is.
Your scanner can pick up Ruth Becker's movements again.
The Nexus invites you to visit the newly opened Vortex. The Vortex. Let life take you for a spin.
Aha!
Hey, did you get your latest delivery?
Oh, that guy's just very orange.
Your scanner can pick up Ruth Becker's movements again.
By the way, Sam, what are you tracking in order to locate Ruth Becker? Oh, I am tracking contagious particulate in the air, Ryder.
History is made after the initiative establishes Prodromos, its first outpost in Helios. New human pathfinder
My
she
team
go?
and I surveyed EOS thoroughly and even
again.
stopped the storms. The rest is up to the outpost, but the old threats are gone.
Pathfinder Rider.
Okay, she
Your
was
scanner
here.
can pick up Ruth Becker's movements again.
Gather information. Hi.
Welcome back.
You don't have any information for me. What about this crew person that was standing next to her?
Has Ruth Becker been here? Has Ruth Becker been here?
Concerned citizen.
Shoot.
You've been to Kadara. You've seen the exiles there. They used to be with us. Friends, family, co-workers.
Why are you just hiding in the dark corner?
We hear it's chaos, and it's dog-eat-dog.
It's civilized there. They have rules and systems and infrastructure, just like we do.
Oh, good. Despite what happened, my heart goes out to them. Thank you for taking the time.
Hi, my name's Sarah Ryder. Did you see or talk to Ruth Becker by any chance?
Later, Val. You're looking for Ruthie. She was here earlier, helped me sort out some paperwork. Don't know what I would have done without her.
How is she?
How is she settling in? Did she seem okay?
She looked fine. Happy to be here. Is everything okay? Charlie's fine, right? It would destroy her if anything happened to him.
It's all good. It's all good. Everything's fine.
I just need to talk to her.
All right then. Oh, good. I was worried for a moment. She should be in ops somewhere. Wanted to check in on someone. Taryn, I think.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You may also want to go to sickbay. Just in case. Again, for no reason.
You're bribing them, aren't you?
Authorities continue work to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. This is HNS.
This is CNN. Hello, Taryn.
Hello, can I help you with anything?
Hi, my name's Ryder. You're Taryn, right?
Yeah. What's going on?
I'm looking for Ruth Becker. Was she here?
She was here not long ago. She didn't look so good, though.
What do you mean?
Define didn't look so good.
I don't know. I'm not an expert on humans, but she was acting off, you know? She talked about keeping her nephew safe. She ran off mid-sentence. We were talking about the shuttles. Maybe she went to the docks?
I'll check it out. Thanks.
You
Sam,
should also
paranoia
maybe
defined
go
stage
to...
2 of TH314, right?
Correct. The virus
Just
becomes
to be safe.
Stage 3.
She gets off the station.
The risks of a pandemic increase greatly.
Once again, no reason. But you
Ryder,
might want to go
The
to
shuttle was
sickbay.
stolen after a dock worker was attacked. From the description he gave me, it was Ruth.
What's going on? Why are you whispering? I'm planning a surprise for Superintendent Kesh. She's always complaining that our stock of spirits is tame. I hear Kadara Port is famous for bizarre homebrews, supposedly pack a powerful punch. Hoping you can pick some up and keep it quiet.
She can hear you.
You do know Krogan have super hearing, right?
What? Shit. Oops. Hope you can find something. Mom's the word.
Don't worry, it doesn't matter. We're all going to be dead of super space Ebola before it ever becomes
The
a
Angara
concern.
are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
As sleepers wake from stasis, the initiative urgently requires blood, tissue, and DNA donations. See a medic if you think you may be eligible. This is HNS.
Ghost of Jeff Goldblum, I didn't steal your joke. I
Are you
improved
sure?
your joke.
We should really get medical to check you out.
I'm fine. She just took me by Yeah?
Can you tell me what happened here?
I was here fixing a shuttle when this woman came out of nowhere. She whacked me over the head and took the shuttle. Nearly fried me taking off.
Any idea where she went?
I bet she didn't log a destination with control before blasting off. This is crazy. What's going on? Why would she do that?
I'll find her, but you should
Don't
go to
worry.
medical.
I'll bring her back.
Good. Thank you.
Anything else?
Why
you
would
can
I
tell me?
bring her back?
I blowtorched the hell out of the hull when she hit me. She'll leave her radiation trail a click wide.
That's good. Very good. I can work with that. Thank you.
Bringing her back is a terrible
Sam,
idea.
Our scanners can track the shuttle's emission trail, right?
It's the last thing we should do.
Look, we can contain a colony outbreak if need be, but if she contacts an Angara, find her, Ryder. Whatever happens, she can't land at...
Ryder, have you seen Lexi?
She's not in the med bay?
No, and she's not answering her comm.
I'll find her.
All right, we just got new quests. I don't know. The quest name is bottom of the bottle, so she's probably in the bar, right? Lexi!
Residents are still mourning the loss of Chief Garson. The initiative founder was killed when the Nexus hit the skirt.
No, I can't leave without my doctor. Wait, she was there? Oh, there she is!
There you are. Looking for the meaning of life?
At the bottom of a bottle?
It's a popular spot to look.
You wouldn't be the first to try.
Alcohol rarely provides answers.
Then why are you here?
What? I can't kick back? Have fun?
Meant no offense. It's just...
Just what?
You don't seem like you're having fun.
I grew up on Omega. You'd think I'd know how to drink.
What's this really about?
PB thinks I don't care about the crew. That you're all just experiments to me. Do you... Is that how you think I see you?
Why do you care what PB thinks?
Since when do you care what PB thinks?
It's not the first time someone told me that. In fact, every one of my exes said something similar. Hence why I'm taking a break from relationships. You didn't answer my question. Is that how you think I see you?
Wait, did you and PB have a torrid love affair in the, 15 minutes she's been on board our ship?
You wouldn't be moping in this bar if you only saw me as an experiment.
I don't mope, but you're right. Thank you, Ryder. I should get back.
What about your wine?
I'll save it for another day.
Wine? It was clearly whiskey. The bottle said Everlast whiskey on it.
I can't wait to be assigned to an outpost.
All right. Well, I'm glad Lexi chose that specific moment to have an existential crisis. Definitely didn't give this disease time to become contagious and deadly.
Vetra was looking for you.
Everybody was looking for me. All right, before we carry on, I've got to use the facilities, so I will be right back, but I will leave you with a view of Maple. Yes, there are definitely dog-sized holes in my slippers. It's true. You're not wrong. Vetra wanted to talk. Right, Vetra wanted to talk. Where does Vetra live? Cora, PB, Drac, Gil, Vetra, way at the back on the bottom floor.
Wait, Lexi, your dad was Turian? That explains so much.
What's that supposed to mean? Here we go.
You know, how uptight you are.
I am not uptight.
Wow. To heck with PB.
Gil, here's that Ket transponder. The spy used it to get his orders.
What do we need from it?
The location it points to should give us a fix on the Archon ship.
Right.
No pressure.
It's not like there's much writing on this. Just our best chance to find Meridian.
Pressure. I like that. Luckily, no matter where you go in the universe, physics still applies. Only so many ways of communicating across space. There. Give it a shot.
Did you connect the...
Shit, turn it off. Careful. That is a direct line to people who want to murder everyone on this ship.
Sam?
I have the coordinates. The signal points to the Tafino system.
Oh, we're going to Tofino.
Sure we want to do
Great
this?
surfing there. We have to.
I know we're still getting our feet wet, but I don't see another choice.
I knew running off to Andromeda would be dangerous, but shit. This is dangerous.
Only if we die.
No, it could be dangerous even if we don't die. Dying isn't the only way something can be dangerous, Ryder. There are more ways to be dangerous.
Now, exaltation. The cat just keep asking for more trouble.
Looks like pictures of the exaltation chamber.
Yeah, the Ket
Mabel,
using
what are
some
you
Angaran
doing?
made medical equipment. Could be a lead. I just want an edge on those Ket bastards. If they ever got their hands on Sid, I'd... Well, imagine if it was Scott.
I'd be devastated.
I don't know what I'd do. We're all that's left of our family.
Same here. Sid was so little when our father left, and I was... well, her age now.
That must have been tough.
You raised your sister by yourself. That can't have been easy.
Had to. I waited forever for our father to come home. He never did. He was involved with some bad things. Bad people. Eventually it caught up to him. There was nowhere to run. Not like a whole new galaxy.
Is that why you came here?
When you're young and stupid, you make bad decisions.
I can't focus on anything in this scene except for the box of cereal that says Blast O's on it.
I don't want to not come home one day.
Why do they have a box of Blast O's cereal? I'll make sure you're fine.
We're a team. I'll make sure you're always there for Sid.
Thank you, Ryder. That means a lot to me. At least Sid's older now. Maybe I don't have to worry as much. I should get back to work. Talk to my people, see if they've heard anything. Chat later?
I do remember Blasto from Mass Effect 3 as the Hanar Spectre. That is a 600-year-old box of cereal. They've been asleep. The cereal hasn't been asleep. Laundried Hull. Yes, Blasto is also a PS1 classic game. Jol, are you in the biolab now?
They aren't
No!
just workers
You're not
or
Jol.
Slavers. The Ket turn everything you are to their advantage. Worst kind of enemy. The one that makes you fight your own people.
I feel for Jol in more ways than
That's
one.
what Jol faces every day, now that we know the truth.
Friends, neighbors, all changed. And they're loyal to what changed them.
You're pretty worked up about this.
Kandros wants strategies for handling the Ket. I talked with Drac, putting ideas together. Expand our guerrilla tactics, get Angaran military advisors, research exaltation. Just, I don't know. Wish your dad could give me his take.
You don't need his take.
Why? This all looks fine to me.
Nasira, your father, they always had a plan I could follow. Without one, it's too easy for people to get hurt. Like now. The Initiative's plans are shot, and people die because of it.
Plans wouldn't help, is something that I would definitely say.
We're facing
As
challenges
a producer.
we can never have prepared for.
At least now we can prepare to fight the Ket. Sarissa will have a strategy. Just need to find her and the other Asari. It'll be good to have certainty again.
Where did Jal go? What? Jal moved. Why did you move, Jal? What do you want me to scan? What do you want me to... Oh, that. That would do it. What other things do you think are... I scanned the thing already. Ah!
Caught you napping.
Hi, Joel.
Dual Engard.
You ready to bone down yet?
The Roka go to Kadara and recruit the desperate. I've heard a Roka recruiter weaving his magic. Even I was convinced.
I've got to go.
I'll see you later, Joel.
Stay strong and clear.
Crew info board. Oh no, there's so much. Lost and found. Hot patch gun. Lost this from my workbench yesterday and I'm really hoping it didn't fall through the deck plating. Comments. I borrowed it to fix a loose sole on my boot. I'm almost done. Liam, can I grab that quickly after? I need to patch a strap. Oh, the pilot's seat cushion just needs a quick fix too. That would really help a rickety shelf I've got down here. I built another hot patch gun. You guys can fight over that one. Mental wellness. Given recent events, this seems like a good time to refresh you on the Andromeda Initiative's mental wellness program. This states that mental disorders are, 1, real. Stress, PTSD, anxiety, and depression are not just being tired or making something out of nothing. They are complex conditions that require proper attention and care. 2, relatable. At some point, your colleagues have likely experienced the same feelings. Regardless, those around you are supportive and sympathetic to what you're going through. 3, treatable. A broken leg takes special treatment, rest, and an adjusted workload to properly heal. Mental disorders are no different and can be alleviated with medication, therapy, and support. Come by Medbay if you have any questions. Angaran word of the day, Gosan. Gosan, to cling or grasp. Say Gosan. See also Gosan Yavdar. Adjective, being stubborn. Literally clinging to a rock. See also Gosavar. Noun, the resistance. Comments. So the resistance means stubborn, pig-headed people? That would be Gosavara. And yes. After action report, fire drill. Notes from the last fire drill. Liam's new evacuation plan cut 22 seconds off our best time. Drac, we need a solution for you vis-a-vis ladders. PB, you're dead because you were 2 minutes late to the evac point. Comments from PB. I live in an escape pod! Angaran word of the day, Tavoom. Noun, a pleasant intoxicant stirred into hot water or fruit juice. Say Tavoom. Comments. What's it made from? Is it sweet or more like beer? What happens if you mix it with booze? Does it get better or do they cancel each other out? We need to do some scientific tests. maybe with little umbrellas. Drive core noise. No need to panic about the drive core noise this morning, just a stress test. There's nothing wrong with an 0500 wake-up call. From Gil. Comments. Profanity deleted by Infoboard 6. You're welcome. Liam. Adjectived verbing nouns, Gil. From Liam. Liam, if the VI learns to censor all language, I'm making you reprogram it. Educational, in a way. Dinner tonight, null entry. Sorry, everyone, I forgot we were taking turns and half the rations aren't unpacked yet. Comments. Got you covered, Callow. There's soup in the galley. Dextro and Levo for me, and fruit cocktail. And to think we might have left port without you. Lost and found. Coffee mug. Found a mug yesterday near the biolab. Nice one with a magnetized base. You left it stuck sideways to a bulkhead. Comments. That's mine. I just put it down for a sec when my hands were full. From Suvi. Next time, maybe empty it first? Drac and PB are officially on the team. I finished the assignment paperwork for the Nexus. Had to fudge a few details, but you're both officially members of the Pathfinder team. Welcome. And Drac, I just wanted to check in publicly about what I said. Relax, Harper. The best headbutt is always the one you don't see coming. I'll keep that in mind. And then we're down to the couch, moving the couch. All right. Aw. There's little plushies on this. Oh! There is, in fact, a, they're Plants vs. Zombies plushies. Presumably because that's one of the things this team worked on before this. Cute. I presume when I say the Plants vs. Zombies, I mean like the Garden Warfare, the console one. All right, system view. Journal. We are not currently hunting the Archon. We are investigating the stolen shuttle's trail. All the way over in Takunis.
Takunis. Why does that sound familiar?
They named it after the Takunis expedition, the first Solarians to reach the Citadel. It's a big name to live up to.
Anomaly on sensors.
Anomaly? Deploy probe.
Probes launched. Sam sent me the data on that shuttle. I've set up our scanners to track it. Just say the word.
Let's go.
This radiation trail matches the shuttle we're tracking.
Okay.
I'm picking up something. Probe away. Anomaly found.
Comet Tomoko's arrow. The orbit of this stargazer has persisted despite the scourge and other hazards. Likely, it will withstand even a significant attempt to mine its core elements. We got platinum out of it. Okay, so what happened to the radiation trail? Didn't I say to track it? All right, well, we'll catch up with it after I've scanned all the planets in this system. We'll figure out where it went next. Ghost of Jeff Goldblum, it's fine. It's an RPG. Time doesn't pass. Despite its ferocious heat and thick methane-rich atmosphere, Slova might have been capable of supporting microbial life millions of years ago. I don't know what you mean that we're just accepting the fact that this woman is going to start a galaxy-ending pandemic. I'm literally in the process of tracking her down. I'm just trying to boink my sexy alien boyfriend and get 100% scanning completion of the galaxy along the way. And reading ship-based Reddit. You know, normal things. H523 appears to have been a rogue planet captured by Takunis' gravity and brought into an unusual orbit around the star. Long-term study of its composition may reveal more of its origins. It's fine. She's going to have reached stage 3, and we're going to have to blow her out in airlock anyhow. So it doesn't really matter when we catch up to her, as long as she doesn't land between now and then. Mosivis. The outermost of Takunius' 3 sibling worlds, Mosivis is a mountainous planet of lime and potassium. Mosino. The largest of the 3 sibling worlds of the Takunis system, Mosino has a hot surface and an extremely thin atmosphere composed of methane and argon. Mosiba. 0.00 atmospheres is indeed thin. Listen, it might be 0.001 atmospheres. Heck, it might be 0.009 atmospheres. What do you know?
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Ooh, beryllium, a metal ideal for lightweight construction in a variety of applications. This deposit is readily accessible. Okay, if it was 0.009 atmospheres, that would round up to 0.01. All right, maybe it's 0.004 atmospheres. Vinvico.
I'm picking up something.
Oop.
Deploying probe. Satellite detected.
A scientific monitoring satellite. It is no longer transmitting its findings and appears to have been damaged by a gradual descent into the gas giant's atmosphere. How sad. All right. Vinvico, the hydrogen and helium atmosphere of this gas giant has been slowly stripped away over hundreds of millions of years, consumed by the Takuna sun. Given time, it may be reduced to a terrestrial world. All right, we have examined this whole galaxy. She's gone to a populated solar system now.
Careful. Word is there's pirates all over this region.
You'd think they'd run out of people to steal from.
Don't think I don't see you
I'm picking
there.
up something. Probes launched. Anomaly found.
Radiation trail!
Radiation is a match. She went this way all right.
Hull integrity degrading. All right, we'll come back to this system. Anasa.
I'm picking up something.
There? Haha!
Probes launched. I found something. Radiation trail is consistent with previous scans. This is our shuttle.
Shuttle systems were failing. Hull integrity nearing critical. I don't know. I think this quest chain's gonna have a happy ending.
I'm picking up something. Deploying probe. I found something.
All right, what do we got?
Pathfinder. Scans confirm the damaged shuttle trail leads to a landing site on Kadara's surface.
Uh-oh. That's less than ideal, but I guess I know where we're going next.
Wasn't Gavorgum some Krogan hero?
Hero? More like a lucky idiot.
Maybe they named the system after him because of the nebula. That bit there looks like a Krogan.
I don't know. I see it.
All right, let's go. Let's go visit Kadara. I'm sure everything's fine on Kadara, and no one is sick with a deadly plague.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Viability level 84%, so long as you're a deadly virus. If you are a complex biological organism, viability very low. But if you are this specific virus, viability 84%. Hi, Maple. Yeah, I said your name. I saw your ears perk up. Hi. How you doing? Did you have a good nap? Did I interrupt your yawn? I'm sorry. There it is. You found it again. Okay, what do we got? Beer run. Night on the town.
It's a win-win situation. It's just a manifest. Sloan will never know. And the charlatan?
Whee!
It appears festivities are underway. Mr. Vidal asked you to meet him at the entrance.
Hey, a data pad. Best booze in the universe has moved. Those jerks shut me down and kicked me out of Kadara Port. If you want real booze, not the wash they serve here, come to my secret stash spot. If you dare. Dun dun dun. Zed.
How's that pistol working out? It's fine, I think.
Hold up. This is a private event.
Check the list. I'm a VIP.
Name's Ryder. Human Pathfinder. And kind of a big deal.
There's no rider on the list. She's with me. Reyes Vidal. Go on in.
Reyes Vidal. I was beginning to think you wouldn't show.
Remember what I said about fashionably late?
Shh. Introduce me to your companion.
Pathfinder? Meet Kima Dorgan, the Angaran representative to Sloan, and a friend.
Reyes has friends?
I didn't think Reyes had friends. Only contacts and colleagues.
Oh, I'm those as well. Who do you think secured him an invitation to this event?
Sorry to cut this short, but I need to take care of something.
Abandoning me already?
It won't take long. There are important players here tonight. You should mingle, make a good impression.
I came here for you. Stay out of trouble.
Don't do anything to get us kicked out. Please.
I won't ruin your fun. Promise.
And there he goes.
Any idea what he's up to?
It's better not to worry about what Reyes does. Enjoy the party.
Mingle with party guests. All right, maybe maybe our plague patient will be here. Personal log. Shylasi Arorna. New entry. First official day as an outcast. Supposed to meet with Cadis in an hour. Zethus says he's a major hard ass, but he was nice enough during my recruitment. For a Turian, anyway. I'll just make sure not to be late. Update. Never mind. They were right. Major hard ass.
You playing a game?
Trying to. This idiot can't decide on evens or odds.
You look lucky. Which should I choose?
Evens.
Go evens.
Okay.
Earth Daughter 18, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Hopefully your Mass Effect stream went well. That was one party guest I mingled with. Hi, Valus.
Rough night?
Said something I shouldn't have. To a woman. Nola. She's in Garen. Been planning tonight for weeks. Filed my talons, buffed my fringe. Only to screw up not 2 seconds after walking through the door.
Oh, it can't be that bad. Or, oh, that's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy.
Sorry things didn't work out like you hoped.
My girlfriend turned into the moon.
The Milky Way. Not sure why I thought it'd be different here. Nola has a sister. I may have compared the two of them. I thought if I made Nola jealous... Stupid.
No, you're screwed. You tried negging her, it didn't work
I think
out.
it's safe to say she's done with you. And I can't blame her.
This is why we don't play the game. EarthDaughter18, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
I'd like a drink.
What's the name of my bar?
What?
You want a drink? Answer the question.
It's Krala's song.
Krala's song.
Oh, God, what is this? What are you serving me? Oh, I apparently have been mingling with the wrong guests.
Pathfinder, what an unexpected surprise.
I'm hurt you didn't invite me.
Sloane, what gives? I thought we were friends.
I'm glad we cleared up that misunderstanding.
Shots later?
No.
All right, fine. Let's see how it is.
Good to see you again, Pathfinder.
How do you represent Sloane?
What's it mean to be an Angaran representative to Sloane?
Sloane relies on me to provide an Angaran perspective.
Does she listen to you?
Only in extreme
No.
cases. She makes a show of being pro-Angaran, but her priority is the outcasts. She throws these parties to mollify my people. It won't work forever.
How do you know Reyes?
How did you meet Reyes?
The only way anyone meets Reyes Vidal. Through business. His skills are very valuable in Kadara Port.
How about, are you the Angaran Resistance?
Are you part of the Resistance?
No. Aphra and I share information, but Kadara's problems come first. If war breaks out between the Collective and the Outcasts, it will be my people who suffer.
My people aren't all bad.
I hope these pirates haven't given you a bad view of my people.
Not all humans.
Don't worry, Ryder. I judge individuals, not groups. You, for example, I like. Not sure about who you work for, but I've learned to keep my options open.
Follow and sub notifications are turned off. Are they? You sure about that? Let's find out for certain. Alert box. Test. All right. I can confirm that the alerts are working. All right. It's good to be flexible.
You never know who might end up in charge.
Exactly.
Seen Reyes?
Have you seen Reyes?
No, but I'm sure he'll be back soon.
All right. Thank you.
Nice talking to you, Kima.
Likewise, Pathfinder.
Crashing parties now, Ryder?
I couldn't resist.
Free food and beer are just so hard to come by in Helios.
Just keep a low profile. Sloane's already gonna give me hell.
All right, I've
Reyes,
mingled with the
where
party
are you?
guests.
No answer, but I believe he headed to one of the side rooms when we arrived, Pathfinder.
Let's see what he's up to.
All right, what are you up to, Reyes?
Damn it. Why can't the serial numbers be in the same spot?
Step away from the crates.
Whatever you're doing, it stops now.
Ryder, it's not what it looks like.
So you didn't use me as a distraction to go through Sloane's stuff?
It's exactly what it looks like.
Okay, yes. But it's for both our benefit. I
You've
promise.
been making a lot of promises.
Shit, someone's coming. We need a distraction.
Sorry. My friend had a bit too much to drink. Hey, it worked.
Next time, I come up with the plan.
I didn't have my hands on the controller, so it was a panic to get that prompt hit.
Here it is.
That's what this was all about? Whiskey?
The only bottle of Mount Milgram in Andromeda. Triple distilled and 645 years old. This isn't whiskey. It's treasure.
It's vinegar now is what it is. Sharing is caring.
I hope you're planning on sharing.
Ha, we'll see. Let's get out of here. Gorgeous, isn't it? I sometimes forget. Is Andromeda everything you hoped it would be?
Helios has its perks.
Every day's an adventure. Even my nights off are interesting. What about you? Why did you come here, Reyes?
To be someone.
An honest answer.
That sounded surprisingly genuine, coming from you.
I'm always genuine, Ryder. In my own way.
Genuinely deceitful. All right, that was our night on the town. Now we have a pandemic to stop. To the Tempest? Why do you want me to go to the Tempest? I thought we were supposed to be on Kadara. Oh. Oh, look who's home. It is. Earth Daughter, yes, I am playing on Xbox. Oh yeah, she's gonna go straight for that toque.
Incoming call from Sloane.
Sloane?
Is there any chance before you settle in that you'd like to take her to pee real quick?
Come alone. What is this?
She hung up, Pathfinder.
Lovely. Better see what she wants.
No. Either way, if you would like to take her for a lengthy walk, that would be great. If not, I'll do it. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm 10 minutes out from the end of the stream. I'll just take her. She'll be fine. Yeah. No, not at all. All right, find the shuttle. Yes, the real question is, can we stop this pandemic in the next 9 minutes? Yeah, we've been chasing space Ebola across the Andromeda galaxy. Okay, the shuttle is up here somewhere, it looks like. In Varen's scalp. Oh, chat. I am the smartest, the most intelligent, the most attractive, the kindest, and most benevolent. What do you mean, X? Meg, am I the kindest and most attractive? Thank you. Yes! They pressed X to doubt. Ziva Kratos.
Chat.
P. Johnston also.
All of you banned for life. This is perfection right over here.
You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
It's true. Yes. The letter X is banned. Yeah. Yes, automod trigger for X. Yeah. Everything.
All right, where's this damn ship?
The only doubt you should have is self-doubt. Except for Matt. No self-doubt over here.
Wow, Meg!
Oh my god.
We are near the location of the shuttle, stolen by Ruth Becker.
All right, be careful
Anyways,
and stay away from Ruth
Hi,
when
Meg.
you find her. I'll handle this.
I'm trying to stop space
Sam can
Ebola.
make sure I'm safe, but you're all at risk.
Follow contagion
That seems-
protocols. Harry's brief was clear.
Good.
Well, I mean, the space Ebola is definitely
No, like
not
trying
good.
to stop it is good.
Oh yeah, it's trying to stop the space Ebola. Probably good. I mean,
wasn't a
we're
soft
only
landing.
like
She might have
50%
survived.
likely to have to throw an infected person out in airlock. But it looks like they might have thrown themselves out in airlock, so we might be okay. Let's find out.
This is Ruth Becker. Shuttle's crashed. I think I'm in stage 3 of TH314. The virus was dormant. I don't understand. Can't let anyone near me. I'm going to set the warning buoys and rig the shuttle to blow. I'm scared. I'm alone, but I can't take the risk. I'm so sorry. Who's there? No, wait, stay away from me, you can't!
Shit. Somebody found her. Took her, maybe.
Then it's possible the illness is spreading.
Uh-oh. Space Ebola's gotten loose.
Scans find no life signs within the shuttle.
She should have blown herself up in space. Oh, maybe she's infected the cat, and we have nothing to worry about. They'll just off themselves.
Over here.
Knowing our luck, the cat would be the only immune species. Am I gonna have to murder a whole camp full of folks?
This way. Judging from the area and the beacon, I'm guessing they're not friendly.
They won't negotiate.
Well, that makes it easier. Pete Johnson, Maple is always being very cute. All right, let's do murders.
Looks like outlaws.
Where's my gun? There we go.
Let's do this!
All right. I'm curing you. I'm curing you.
Target's down!
This is like Overwatch, and I'm playing Anna.
No one here looks sick.
Yet?
Launch the grenade! Great job!
I'm not actually even sure what happened to my helmet because I didn't turn the, like, helmets off. Hi. There, you're cured.
They must not interfere.
That's Ruth.
She doesn't look good.
Oh.
That's the last of them.
Locked.
All right, there's a console downstairs. But not apparently this far downstairs. Oh, inside. They're suffering from acute levels of lead poisoning. Yeah, who knew that the cure for this disease was a lead injection? In this case, I think it may be tungsten. Everything is ready. All we need to do is capture more subjects from the Milky Way and expose them to our weapon before we return it to stasis. Just keep them locked up in the next room long enough for exposure to be confirmed and then allow them to escape. They will return to their people and spread the disease for us. Be sure to keep the weapon restrained at all times. It keeps trying to kill itself to thwart our plans. Revenge will be ours. The human is very sick, some sort of virus. From what I've managed to get out of her, it seems to have many stages, but best of all, it can infect any species from the Milky Way. But we Angara are immune. We will keep her in stasis when not taking samples for further testing.
The
Oh, well, that's
Angara are
convenient
immune.
for the Angara.
That's a relief.
It's about time something went right.
Yeah,
That's
at least we don't
sort
have
of
to
the
expect
opposite of how colonization
He could
went.
tell how he unleashed a plague on his people.
Stay back, or I kill it.
No, I have TH314. I'm contagious. Don't come near me.
Quiet. Human. Let me go, or this one dies.
Why am I not? It's airborne! Now I have TH413.
We know everything you're up to. We know your plan to infect the Milky Way species.
You think you know everything, but you understand nothing. Your people and the Ket are all invaders. The Rokar will kill you all.
You can't let him go. I think he has a sample of the virus. Just shoot him.
You have a choice, human. Save this woman, or try to stop me.
Sam, scan him. Does he have a sample of the virus?
Affirmative. However, it is badly degraded, possibly beyond use.
Let me go. Now.
No? She is in the late stages. All right, Meg. Ethical question. This is a tough one. This is a tough one for me personally. So, we have a person infected with space Ebola. They are being held at they are in stage 3, late stages. So, at this point it has become communicable and is highly contagious. The disease is incurable and it is terminal. So she 100% she will die of this disease, and from now until the time she dies, she's highly infectious. She is currently being held at gunpoint by a bad guy who wants to use her disease as a weapon by exposing people to her and then sending them on their way and letting them return to their homes. But she's still alive. So the question is not, do I kill her? The other wrinkle here is that the bad guy also already has a sample of the virus separate from her. So him killing her doesn't negate the danger anyhow.
Is she suffering?
Well, it's hard to say. Maybe a little bit. She's been trying to kill herself.
Honestly, offer. Totally fine.
See, I feel real, conflicted about this. I'm of the opinion that if she's still alive, we should keep her alive and let her... I mean, if she then immediately turns around and offs herself, I'm not going to stop her. But
think of it as like compassionate, like she's being used against her will to do something bad to other people.
You
All right,
and
let's
that
see how it
sample are
goes.
going
Like-
nowhere.
This is...
So be it!
See, I feel like there's
like
an
it's
out
truly
here.
the ethical
Turns out
choice.
we actually can cure the disease, and we just didn't know it. And her being kept alive would have given us the information we needed to
Well,
save everyone.
Damn it.
You don't have that information right now, so you can't use a potential...
from the body.
Stasis pod. We'll bring her back to the Nexus and Harry can make arrangements.
Like, I don't know.
Open the container. Watch, this data
Probably-
paddle will be like, we've synthesized an antidote.
And the Rokar plan on using TH314 to kill off the Milky Way species here. Not a relief.
Right.
I don't know.
just
You can only
right.
make decisions with the information you have at the time. And
All right,
the whole,
fair
like... But maybe this person actually knew, like, you can't play that game.
Now I want to know.
If there was a way.
What would have happened if we had kept her alive? There we go.
Contagion choice.
Kill or save Ruth. Like many choices that players make in Mass Effect Andromeda, Contagion's final decision has less repercussions than one might expect. After infiltrating the Rokar compound and battling it out with the Outlaws, you find yourself face-to-face with Ruth Becker, who is being held at gunpoint by the Rokar leader. Ruth tells you that she's infected and that the Rokar leader has a sample of the virus, which could potentially lead to even bigger issues for the Nexus down the road. The leader wants to leave, though, and threatens to kill Ruth if you do not let him go. Now comes the time to make a choice. If you kill Ruth, if you choose not to let the leader leave the base, then Ruth is killed and you must battle the Rokar leader. Once he's defeated, Ruth returns to the Nexus, placed in a stasis pod, and the mission concludes with the threat of the virus being removed for good. You earn a lot of experience and Andromeda viability points. Great. If you choose to ignore the obvious threat of an outlaw leader having a sample of a deadly and incurable virus, then the leader is allowed to leave and Ruth is left alive. She is placed in stasis to keep her from infecting anyone else, and the mission concludes. You earn a good amount of experience towards your next level, and your Andromeda viability points go up as well. Unfortunately, you will also have to live with the fact that you let a murderous outlaw go free with a deadly virus that could potentially be used against the Nexus in the future.
Like, there is no save option because she still dies.
Okay,
She just dies
so
later after having suffered.
The result of this is obviously this was meant to be a dangling play thread, or like a dangling plot thread for Andromeda 2, which they never got around to making. Because sadly, there don't appear to be any big gameplay implications based on your decision to save or kill Ruth. Because of this, players should choose the option that lines up with their current playstyle and stick to it. But yeah, that seems like the bad guys having the disease seems like the kind of thing they would, when you import your save, they would check the status of that choice. And
You're like, are the bad guys
do they still
hanging
have the
out?
disease? Yeah. So now we know. Anyhow, we've saved the world. We've saved the galaxy from space Ebola.
Anytime you need a tough ethical choice about dying, you let me know. And I will put on my science hat.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. So that's going to be it for the evening.
Family.
Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who subscribes, everybody who follows, everybody who cheers, everybody who chats, and everybody who hangs out and lurks. It's a genuine thrill to stream for you, and I hope you have as much fun watching as I do playing. I'll be back tomorrow, same Matt time, same Matt channel, all alone on my lonesome, so lonely.
I'm going to the desert.
Because Meg is going away for a week. So it'll
I'm
be
going
just
away for
me and the
6
dog
days.
for a week.
6 days.
Okay, 1 day less than a week. Oh, a joke redeem. What happens when you drink food coloring?
This is very good.
You die! Alrighty. Anyhow, as usual, you can follow me on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Wiggins_TV. And I have a Discord server if you're a subscriber. All you need to do is make sure your Twitch account and Discord account are linked in Discord's back end, where my server will appear to you as if by magic among your linked servers. So that's it. We are going to do a raid.
Site?
Pardon me?
Are you off the bird site?
I barely use it, but I do still have a Twitter.
What?
Everybody hop aboard this raid train. I will see you back here tomorrow. Until then, so long, have a great night, and goodbye.